I'm going to be voting against the public financing bill for a variety of reasons. Number one, it's going to cost in excess of $200 million based on some estimates. That $200 million could be spent better elsewhere. We could provide some mandate relief. We could hire more cops or more teachers. Helping the political ambitions of politicians should not be a priority in these difficult financial times. Second, we are planning this off of what they do in New York City. And New York City, especially in the last month or two, has been the hotbed of corruption. Most of the elected officials who are under indictment and under corruption probes are in New York City, where they have these laws in place. Even Malcolm Smith, state senator, some think, and I think they're right when they say he was going to run for the mayor of New York City, not to because he thought he could be the mayor, but because he could get the matching funds and he could hire a big staff and he could maybe pay down some debts that way, and it actually opens the door to more corruption. I mean, how can you ask a taxpayer to pay for a robo-dial when they don't like getting robo-dials? How can you ask a conservative to pay for a liberal's campaign? How can you ask somebody who's not even going to vote to pay for a campaign? It's just not right. I would probably be one of the biggest beneficiaries of this program because I get a lot of donations in small increments. This says all donations under $250, you get a 6-to-1 match. I raised probably $100,000 in my last campaign from small donations, about 2,000 people. Under this plan, we could have turned that into $600,000 at the taxpayer expense. Well, I won, and I won pretty big, I'm proud to say. What would I have done with that other $600,000 in taxpayer money? I mean, maybe I would have spent it just to cover my bases, but it's really not necessary. It's really not the duty of the taxpayer to get me elected. If you're a good candidate, you can get elected. Another thing that's very important to point out is where all the corruption is in New York City right now. They're not prolific fundraisers. Most of those who have come under indictment were not the big fundraising type. They don't even have very competitive elections. In some cases, they don't even have an opponent. So why are we going to have lopsided elections and throw money, good money after bad, in a state where we're really struggling?